my lovely Aries. This is Debs and this is your reading for June 2024. Aries, I do hope you're well. It's lovely to be with you. Now, Aries, you may find yourself coming back to square one. You may be revisiting something. It could be a feeling, it could be a situation. You may have tried to sort something out a while ago, but you put it on the back burner, or you decided it was just too complicated. I don't want to look at this. It's going to be way too problematic. You may be looking at this again. I wonder if this is possible. So you're revisiting something, Aries, because you want to have a second look, basically. I saw someone calculating money and also putting dates in the diary. Okay, I've got to do that. I've got to do that. I've got to handle that. I could do it this way, but it's going to take money. I could move it from there to there, but it's not actually going to help the situation. Yeah, Aries, you're looking at logistics and money, and you're getting something out from sort of storage as such to look at it again. You know, could something be done? That sort of thing. Yeah. All right, Aries, let's get into this and see what comes through. The deck is the Marchetti deck, guys. Everything you need is down below. The link to join the channel if you're interested, all the decks, and the link to book a reading with me if you're interested. All right, Aries. Getting something out of mothballs, wiping the cobwebs off. Let's look at this again. That's what I'm getting. Okay. Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the reading for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, June 2024. June 2024. Okay. The sun jumped out. You could be thinking of a Leo. You could be thinking about growth, expansion, happiness. You may be looking again, Aries, at your sort of 10-year plan. Well, that had to go by the wayside because I had duties, responsibility. I had to clear debt. Whatever this is for you, you're now looking ahead again. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And it might have come after some enlightenment. Oh, now that's happened, or now I know this. Maybe we could look at this again. That sort of thing. Okay. Aries, what is going on, guys? Yeah, I don't know why I just sighed. Why did I just sigh? I'm not tired. Something's taxing, something is plaguing you, something is just interesting. Michael's showing me somebody swatting a mosquito away. Okay, you may feel irritated by something, Aries. You just want to sort it out. Okay. Yeah, what's all this sighing, Debs? I don't know what's going on. Sun. So this is what you're thinking about. Okay. Your happiness, your next 10 years, your 10-year plan, I should say. Okay, Aries. Ooh. And we start off with the Lovers. Aries, you may have a choice, or you may be thinking about a Gemini. Crossing that is the Knight of Coins. Aries, you may be wanting to commit to a Gemini or a younger Earth sign. Now, this might be you standing at crossroads thinking, yeah, I have a choice between two people. I think I've made up my mind that I want to be with this lover. Let's just say the person that you could be with. But you're trying to find out a way of actually doing this on a practical basis. Now, it could be, Aries, that if you're in a long-term relationship, you're thinking, well, do I just separate from my partner? Do I legally separate? Do I actually go through full divorce? How do I want to do this? But I think you've made up your mind, Aries, that you want to be with the person that you feel this connection with. Very strong past life energy, a lot of attraction. So in your mind, Aries, you have decided this is what I want, this is the person I want, but you haven't quite worked out the logistics. In the past, Four of Coins, you were held back from making any changes to maybe a long-term situation, Aries, because you might have been worried about financial loss. So you might have put this on the back burner. After that time with the Four of Swords, I think it plagued you. I think you realized you wanted to be with this person and you felt very unhappy about this. I know this is my person, but oh my goodness, you know, if I leave this long-term situation, am I going to risk my stability? You were really worried. And Aries, I want to say male or female. I actually have a feeling I'm connecting with a feminine, but take it as it resonates, guys. What you're thinking about, Aries, is the Eight of Wands. You may be thinking about an argument, or you may be thinking about passionate messages. Okay. In the immediate future, the Ace of Coins. Aries, if this is going to be successful, you may realize that you might have to move locations. So it may well be, Aries, that you met someone in the past, you felt this strong connection, but there were just way too many obstacles. This person lives in another area and I'm in a long-term commitment, so no, I'm going to leave it. What you're realizing, Aries, now is, I want to be with this person, so let's relook at how I could make this possible. Now, the Sun is also potentially global travel. So, Aries, you may be trying to figure out a way of detaching from a situation you've been in order to live with the person that you love. That's what I'm getting. This is uprooting and moving. I think before, Aries, you just thought, I can't do this. It's way too complicated, too many obstacles. I'm worried about losing financial stability. They live in another area. No way. You're actually revisiting this now because you want to be with this person. You may have thought to yourself, is it just chemistry? Maybe I'll forget about them after a few months. So I don't know whether or not you guys ended an affair type situation in the past, or whether or not you two have intermittently been communicating. In your fears, okay, wow, Two of Swords. Aries, you may be fearing that whatever you're going to suggest, this person's going to say no. It's not enough you legally separating, or it's not enough you just wanting to live with me. Yeah, no. You're worried that you're going to get a pushback. In this person's energy is a Six of Wands. Aries, I think if you put this serious offer on the table, I'm willing to actually move to another area to prove to you I'm serious about this, they may well say yes, okay. Because it's not as if, Aries, you're simply saying to this person, look, you know, I'm just going to move into another property away from my partner and we can date. No, you're saying to this person, I would be willing to foot the cost and a little bit of chaos to move my whole life to live in your area. Could be another city, could be a different state, could even be another country. You're hoping that if you suggest this, this person is going to be thinking, well, that's a different situation. If Aries is willing to sacrifice to be with me, move to a different area, all the financial cost involved with that, find another job even, then wow, they're not likely to just want a casual situation. This is serious. You're hoping that they see it that way. In your hopes, Two of Pentacles, okay. I don't think, Aries, you want to do anything too impulsive pertaining to your finances. What I mean by that is you're actually hoping that they will accept that you're still sitting on the fence about maybe divorce, but they would open the door pertaining to you two living together. You're hoping that if you suggest this, it will give you time to balance your finances. It will give you time to work out whether or not you two could get really serious in the future, because maybe, Aries, you have never lived with this person before. So you're not willing to go through a messy divorce if you realize after 6 months of living with this person, it really wouldn't work out. You're wanting to make sure this is totally right for you both. So you're not willing to do anything too risky, but you are willing, Aries, to move to another area to give it a shot. Move to live with this person in their area. This is a big deal for you. So the outcome, Aries, is 5 of Wands. Now, Aries, that can be an argument, yes, but it could also be sitting in internal conflict. Okay. But you are revisiting this possibility because you are simply realizing that you want to be with this person. You're simply realizing, okay, all right. I pulled back because it was too complicated before, but I'm looking at this again because I simply can't imagine not being with them. Yeah. So, Aries, clarification for you. Yeah, 6 of Cups. You are sitting firmly in the past, in nostalgia. It could be when you first met this person. The World. But they live in another area, even another country, Aries. And previously, I think you felt you couldn't close the gap, you know? You couldn't do it. Whoever your person is, they seem to feel victorious in you suggesting that you move to their area for you guys to live together, because they're realizing at this point, Aries, in the immediate future, that you're serious. Their energy, yeah, the 2 of Wands. They know that this is sort of a trial run for both of you. I'm hearing trial run. Let's see how we deal with living together for, say, a year. Let's just see how we both feel. No guarantees, no promises. You, Aries, would still be officially, I think, still married, but you would be in separation from your long-term partner, living with the person that you fell in love with. Yeah, 3 of Cups. They're very excited about this. Now, Aries, this is reconciliation. So you guys may have parted, feeling both very sad about the situation, very disappointed. Maybe particularly your person, Aries, when they realized you weren't ready to let go of another situation. They are now realizing there is hope in this. They do know that you are hanging on to a long-term partner still. You're being open and honest about that, you know, but they are feeling a lot more optimistic about your future together. So underneath the deck, Aries, we have the King of Swords. You may have decided to quietly seek legal advice without telling your lover, your past lover, just to have an idea of how much you would leave a situation with, so that you would know for the future. With the 7 of Wands, Aries, whatever information you found out, I think you've realized it would be too risky at this current time to go through a full divorce. You know, you may have spoken to a lawyer and said, if I end the situation with my person, can you give me any kind of ballpark figure? How much would I need to give my partner, or how much would they give me? I don't know, I could be connecting with a masculine or a feminine here, just so that you were aware of the financial implications of moving to be with your lover and separating from a partner. Whatever information came through, Aries, caused you to feel a bit stressed. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. Thousands maybe. And I think with the Five of Cups, you felt very down about this. But for some reason, Aries, you have decided to kick yourself out of this woe is me energy, and you've decided to have a conversation with your person about moving to live with them. Okay, well, divorce is off the table for now, but if I separated from my person and said to you, I would want to move to your area to live with you, how would you feel about that? Because that's quite serious. So Aries, this is a trial run to see whether or not it's going to work out between you and your lover. And if you have a wonderful, blissful, happy year together, then you may well relook at going through divorce. That's what I'm feeling here. Okay? Yeah. So guys, again, it feels a little bit specific, but I have to be honest and read you the energies that come through. Okay. So let's get into this and see how this is going to pan out. So we start with the Knight of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. You've made your choice, Aries. You've realized you want to be with this person. Again, they could be a Gemini or a younger Earth sign. So let's have a look at your energy, guys. Let's have a look at your energy. The Fool. Wow. Straight out with Aries. Yeah, I mean, for you, Aries, you may have looked at the pros and cons of divorce or looked at options of being with your person, but previously it was just too stressful. Oh my goodness, they live in another area. I'm not ready to leave my long-term partner. What am I going to do pertaining to finances? It was just too much. What you've been doing, Aries, is looking into your future. I want to be happy. I want to be in a situation where I'm growing with someone. We're growing together. We're building a new life. You've realized, Aries, that's really important for you. Now, at the same time, Aries, you may have become more and more disenchanted, unhappy in a long-term relationship. So you've decided to bite the bullet and to talk to your lover about moving, to actually be together. Yeah. So what else is on your mind, Aries? What else is on your mind? The Death card, yes. You could have Scorpio in your chart, or you may want to be with a Scorpio. You want change and transformation. It's way past time, Aries. It's past time. Queen of Coins. Now, Aries, you could be a feminine, okay, hanging on to the financial side of a long-term situation. But what you've been thinking about is there's no reason why I shouldn't consider separation. So we don't have to fork out thousands in a divorce. It's not as drastic as divorcing. At the same time, I could check out whether or not I'd feel comfortable living with this person. So you've been considering this. You have been considering this. Yes. I could walk away from my partner and actually move to live with the person that I want to be with. Yes. Aries. Yes, exactly. Wow. Leaving a long-term situation to talk about living together with your lover. Yeah. So you've made up your mind, Aries. You may have been thinking about it for a while. Going back to the past, this all became a little bit too heavy for you to contemplate, maybe too risky. It might even be that you and your lover hadn't known each other that long, and it was a bit of a crazy thing to talk about moving to another area. So you made a decision to stay, Aries. You made a decision. Yeah. You made the judgment call to hang on to the finances and to stay in your long-term situation. Now, it could be you were in a long-term connection with a Sag, or you could have Sagittarius in your chart, or your lover's a Sag. You just weren't ready to make that decision, Aries, in the past. Yeah, 8 of Swords. It was just too much for you to contemplate. So you made a serious decision to stay married. Now, whether or not at that point you detach from your lover, or whether or not you said to your lover, look, we'll keep in touch, but just so that you know, I'm not ready to divorce. Each person's situation out there will be different. But you decided that was the right thing to do in the past. After that time, Aries, with the 4 of Swords, you thought about your marriage, you thought about your lover, right? And with the 3 of Coins, you wondered whether or not you could build a foundation with this lover. So this is you thinking, we need to get to know each other at a deeper level. I wonder if there's a way around my situation, you know? What were you thinking about? You miss them, Aries. Oh, you miss this person. But again, you were worried about losing money in detaching from your long-term commitment. You were really worried. 3 of Swords. It just seemed an impossible situation to find yourself in. You know, it's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what you're thinking about now is communicating to this person, talking about living together. You want to sound them out. So Aries, you guys may have been in communication, but this person may have just been told that you're not ready to divorce, but you wanted to keep in touch. It may be, Aries, you detached from this person in the past because you felt you might have wanted to work on your marriage, you know? So what are you thinking of talking to them about? Yes, a legal contract. Aries, I think you're going to be totally upfront and honest with this person. I can't divorce right now. I think it will be risky if I did, because you and I don't actually know each other that well. We don't know how things would work out because we've never lived together. It's a really important consideration for you, Aries, because you know what it's like when you're dating someone and you're living in separate places. You don't see how this person lives. You don't see them, you know, when they've had a really bad day and they're grouchy, or when they're looking really crap first thing in the morning. You don't really see all that. You see the best sides of someone, not the raw reality. You want to make sure, Aries, that if you do consider divorce in the future, this is definitely going to work out long term with this person. So again, as I said, this is a trial run. So what else are you thinking of talking about, Aries? Okay. The moon. All right. Aries, there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear in doing this, but not half as much fear that if you were to actually move into a divorce process. So you're sort of going halfway house, Aries, to check that it would actually work long term. This wanted to come out too. Yeah, Queen of Wands. So Aries, I think I'm connecting with a feminine who's been sat dreaming about someone she wants to live with. You're very attracted to this person, Aries, and you've been trying to figure out a way of you two becoming more serious without initially talking about divorce. So this is your offer to them. And I think, Aries, you're keeping your fingers crossed. They're going to say, yes, okay, let's do this. I feel, Aries, the other reason why you feel they may accept this is that you are willing to do the hard work. You're willing to uproot your life to live with them. So they actually don't have to do anything at all. And you're hoping if you suggest this, they're going to say, okay, let's give it a shot. So Aries, In the immediate future, guys, Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles, talking about uprooting and moving. This is quite a serious offer to commit, right? You'll be living together. I think this person would be quite excited about this because they would feel successful in removing you from a long-term situation they may know you've been very unhappy in without having to deal with any major changes themselves. So this might be a win-win for this person. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Wands for my Aries? Thank you, Michael. All right, Aries, it's not soon. I actually heard the beginning of September. Now, that may be for a reason, Aries. I feel that would be the actual moving date, which would mean, where are we now? June? So that would mean, Aries, that you would have a full 3 months to get yourself totally organized, and they would get themselves organized at their end to receive you. They may be sorting out getting rid of a load of junk in their property to make room for you two moving in together, because I think you're moving in with them. Okay? Wow. So guys, beginning of September is the timing we're looking at. But I think you guys are going to be communicating over the next 3 months in order to put these plans in place. So Aries, what are you saying to your person? Guys, quite exciting. 2 of Cups, yeah. So there's a lot of conversation here about love. You know I love you. You know I want to be with you. You know I've been unhappy in my long-term situation. I want to make this work. What else are you going to say to them? I really don't want to be in the situation that I'm in any longer, aka I don't want to carry on living with my long-term partner. We're not getting on. It's a bit of a nightmare. I miss you too much. I want to see if we can work something out. What else are you saying, Aries? Okay. Again, you're going to be totally upfront and honest. You're going to say, look, as you know, I'm held in this marriage, a legal contract. I think, Aries, you're going to say to this person that you don't want to rush into divorce. You're going to be honest about that. It's a very big deal and you lose a lot of money. But what you're saying to this person is, I will be willing to up sticks and move to live with you in your area, to prove to you that I'm serious about this. Yeah. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. So at this point, Aries, what you're saying is no rush. I'm not going to do anything impulsive. This is a serious consideration for me. I just want us to consider living together for a few months, maybe even as much as a couple of years, and coast with you. Let's just see if this is going to work, if we actually live together long term. This is what you want this person to consider. Aries. Ace of Cups. So what you're saying, Aries, is, look, I love you. I know you love me. I'm ready for a new start. I'm ready to make a serious move to be with you. But I want to sound you out because this is not me initially getting divorced. This is what you're saying, Aries. This is what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, you're being open and honest, which is the right thing to do. What you're saying, Aries, is I am still going to be a wife. I'm still going to be a married woman, right? You're coming through as the Queen of Wands and the Empress. So nothing is hidden, Aries, but you want your person to make the final decision. It will be up to them, obviously. They could say no, but you're hoping that this is a serious enough move for them to say yes. And I've got to be honest, Aries, I think they're on board. Aries. Yep, Chariot. Now, you may have Taurus, Libra, and or Cancerian in your chart, your natal chart, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aries, or this person could be one of those signs. But the Chariot is moving, relocating. The Sun is relocating. The Four of Wands is living together. 8 of Cups, I want to leave my situation. So this is definitely you talking to this person about moving to live with them, which is a big deal. Okay, should we see what your person's going to say, Aries? 10 of Cups. Oh my goodness. I would be so excited if we arranged to do this. I love you. I want to be with you. I've been thinking about this. Wow. Aries, you guys are a true pair. King and Queen of Wands. Now, your guy is not necessarily a fire sign, although he could be a fire sign like yourself. We have all the signs on the board, but I think he is super excited. Aries. Yes. Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. He's realizing that he's manifested you taking action to make this happen. Yeah. 9 of Cups. Thinking about living together in this new home, or you moving in with him. Now, I don't know, Aries, it could be that you guys even look at properties to rent together. He may say to you, well, you know what, my lease is coming up, or I could put my property on the market. We could buy somewhere together. Yeah, Aries. Wow. Knight of Cups. There's a heck of a lot of love between you two. Yes, Aries. The Wheel of Destiny. He may even say to you, Aries, you know what? I feel that this was supposed to happen this way. There may have been a lot of disappointment in the past. You may have said to this guy, Aries, you know what? I just can't leave. I can't leave. You know, I'm going to be worried about my finances. You live in a completely different area, miles away from me. How would we ever make this work? He's coming back to you now to say, I'm so glad you've made this decision because I think it's balanced. It's not too impulsive and we can get to know each other slowly at a deeper level because we will be living under the same roof. Okay, Aries. Page of Coins. There may be a conversation about children. I don't know if you've got a child, Aries, and you'd have to work around that. It may well be that he's simply saying to you, you know what, I'll meet you at the airport. I'll be there with a massive bouquet of flowers and a big smile. Can't wait to see you. That sort of thing. Yeah, Aries. This is looking really promising, guys. Both of you at this point of time are waiting for your ships to come in because you guys are closing the gap. You're actually wanting to make this work on a practical basis. And I think your person's fully on board, Aries. Now, there may be a hiccup in the proceedings. The final card, Aries, is the 5 of Wands. Now, I'm hoping it's nothing serious. Let's see what that is. So, Archangel Michael, what's the 5 of Wands for Aries? Now, this could be you in internal conflict. Am I really doing the right thing? I'm leaving my long-term partner. I'm moving to another area, right? It could be there's an argument. What is the 5 of Wands? Thank you, Michael. Okay, Queen of Swords. Aries, there may be issues with paperwork. It might be you have to have a really straight conversation with your person. It could be something like obtaining a work permit. It could be, Aries, this is you obtaining a residency permit. I mean, if you're moving to another country, it may well be, Aries, that you could only stay for a certain period of time, right? Oh my gosh, I've realized that even if we buy a house together, I can only live with you for 3 months and then I'd have to go back to my country and then come back again for another 3 months because I'm not a permanent resident. I would only be able to stay if we got married and I'm not willing to go down that road yet. It could be something like that that neither of you had even considered that may put a spanner in the works. Now, it could even be something like, you know what, I thought that I had a job all sorted out in your area. I didn't get the job, so I'm going to have to move in with you without having a job. So is it a massive problem, says Aries, if I haven't locked down a job by the time I'm able to move in with you? What you're saying to your person, Aries, is you would need to support me financially. even though Aries, you may have a small amount of money coming in from your partner if you're separating. This is going to be a bit of an obstacle. The Tower, okay. Your person is going to be a bit shocked. Oh my God, you know, we didn't even think about that. Okay. So Aries, this may be you thinking, wow, is it back to the drawing board? Is this not going to work out? What are you going to say to your person? I'm so sorry, I didn't even consider this. I just didn't even think about this. So this is something to do with a permit, not being able to get a job in time, paperwork. There's something here, Aries, that you're going to realize might be a sticking point in you two being able to live together long term. What else are you going to say, Aries? I'm actually hearing you could sort of chuck money at it. You know, well, maybe if I paid a lawyer to look into this, he'd be able to sort out the papers, or, you know, I could get enough money together so I would be able to support myself for 6 months. You're really trying to find a way around this, Aries, but this has been a bit of a blow. This has been a bit of a disappointment for both of you. Oh, guys. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. It's as if, oh, we were so excited about this. Are we now having to go back to square one? What's your person saying? The Hermit. They could be a Virgo. What your person's saying, Aries, is, okay, well, if the worst comes to the worst, Aries, the only option is for you to actually divorce your partner and marry me. So you will get automatic residency if you became my wife. But Aries, I don't think you're ready to do that yet. Not at this point. I mean, that's a really big step. And I don't think you two have spent time living together for you to feel comfortable with doing that. What are you saying to them? Oh, Aries, I didn't expect this. Yeah, I mean, Aries, you don't really want to go down that road yet. Not yet. What you're going to say to your person is, well, it's a big thing to consider actually divorcing and marrying you. I mean, it's a big deal. 2 very big decisions to make. I don't feel as if we're there yet. I'm going to look at other options. I'm going to look at ways around the situation. All right, so what's going to happen here? Any ideas, Aries? Yeah, you're going to have an idea. Page of Wands. Okay, good. Good. What are you saying to your person, Aries? That you've been looking at your savings, at your finances. Okay, and 6 of Swords. Aries, you know what? I think you may say to your person, look, it's going to be difficult for me to live in your area. It could be that your person lives in a country where you can only stay for a small amount of time. You have to be married to stay there, you know. It could be, Aries, that if you live in an area where there aren't those restrictions, there's a way around becoming a permanent resident and all that sort of thing. You don't actually need to marry. Then, Aries, you may suggest that your person moves to your country. Well, the restrictions are a lot less where I'm living, so rather than me struggling to try and live with you, why don't you move to my country and live with me? What is your person saying? King of Coins. They could be an earth sign. Aries, I think there are 2 questions in this person's mind. There are 2 questions. First of all, what they're thinking about is, oh my goodness, we'd be living in the same place as your husband. It might be awkward. I mean, I don't know, Aries, if you're saying to your person, look, you know, I'm living in a massive state. If we lived in a different town or city within that state, we're never going to bump into my husband. It could be that situation. So that will be sorted. But this person may say to you, well, the other thing is I've got a really good, well-paid job in my area. I was happy to support you financially, but it would mean me ending my job. And if it didn't work out with you, then I would be left stranded without a job. Now, I don't know whether or not, Aries, there's also a language barrier here. I don't know. So your person is considering this, but they're looking at it from all angles and they're getting a little bit nervous. What are you saying to them? Okay. Oh, Aries, this is a tough one. What you're saying to them is, well, you were really happy for me to do the work. You were really happy for me to fork out on moving to live with you, right? Why are you now saying you don't want to move to be with me? It's as if you're happy for me to have to go through the packing up, the moving, finding another job, sorting out the paperwork, but you don't want to have to do it to be with me, to live with me. You may feel a little bit annoyed, Aries, realizing that you were willing to sacrifice to be with them, but they're not willing to sacrifice to be with you. What is your person saying, Aries? The Star. What your person's saying, Aries, is, look, we both want to be together. The only way that this is going to work out properly for both of us is if we stop messing around talking about you moving in with me moving in with you. Why don't you just divorce, end your marriage, and then we could get married, and then there are no problems with residency permits or anything like that. But Aries, you didn't want to have to do this yet. What is this guy saying, Aries? Emperor. I think, Aries, what this guy is saying is, look, talk to your husband about divorce. If you're willing to go down that road, I would be willing to marry you. Aries. All right, guys. What's your reaction? Okay, you're going to talk to your person about the finances. You may say to your person, well, it's ideal on paper, in theory, but the practicalities of going through a divorce and sorting out dividing the assets is another matter. But I do think, Aries, you are going to talk to your partner about the potential of this. Do we have a final card? Because, guys, we could keep going with this reading. It would be like an hour's reading. Okay, this one flipped over too. All right. So, Aries, you've got the Hangman and the Ace of Swords. So I think what you're saying to your person is, look, I'm going to consider this because looking into the future, that would be the ideal solution. With the Ace of Swords, it would be a clean break. There would be no problems with us arranging to live together in any country, right? Because we would be married. We'd be a married couple. You'd live with me, right? I'd live with you. We would be married. So I think, Aries, you have to make a decision as to whether or not you're willing to go down that road. As I said, we could be looking at another half an hour on this reading for you to make that decision. I also feel, Aries, it may be something you'd want to sit on for a few months. So you guys will be looking at one of you moving to live with the other September time. But I don't think, Aries, your guy is keen on moving to live in your area, which may annoy you. He's putting the ball back in your court. Aries, the whole issue we have here is you're the one that's married. You're dealing with a guy who's single. Well, you know, why should I uproot my life just because you refuse to get divorced? So it's a little bit of a challenging situation. But Aries, I think you're going to talk to your husband, okay? Talk about ending the relationship. You're going to want to have a few months to think about this, all right? So, my lovely Aries, I am leaving the reading there. I hope it's helped you. As always, let me know down below if this is your story. Take care of you, sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Aries.